Where's Johnny at? Is he already in there? All right, man, Johnny, you're fast. All right, so this is Johnny, Ted and Barbie's son. I can remember about Johnny when we were back at the original, well, not the original church, but over at the church by Big Lots and all of that. Johnny he had helped with sound. He was helping me with sound. And man, if I can get Johnny to say 2 words during the whole time when we were at church, I was doing good. I mean, and I'm not kidding. 2 words it was a good day if I got 4. And so he was, I'm going to say this, Johnny, it's but a little backward, a little shy, okay, and that's okay. But he, when they left and they went to another church for a while, and then they felt like that God had spoke to them that when we moved here that they needed to come back here and plant their feet and be part of the foundation of what was going on here. And when he come back, it's like that boy had changed dramatically. Not only in size, but he shot up. He wasn't a little beanpole anymore. He was this young man. And we could see what Jesus had been doing in his life. Most of all, we could see what was going on in his life. Not by him telling us, but because of what his demeanor was and the way he was acting and the things that he did talk about. And since then, when he came back, he's been called into the ministry. He feels called into the ministry. He is leading our youth ministry. He does other things around here that helps us out. He takes care of the usher ministry. And this kid that I was lucky to get 2 words out of on a Sunday now gets up in front of people and receives the offering and talks about his ministry and all of these things. Isn't God good? I tell you, Jesus can change anybody, and he can change them radically. Amen. But we're so proud of you, Johnny, on what God is doing and how you've opened up your heart and opened up your spirit. He's been part of the class that Pastor was teaching before he couldn't teach anymore, on the prophecy class. He's just digging in, and he wants to learn and get as much food as he can. So we're so excited for what God's got planned for him in the days ahead. Mary, please.
The Lord really met me where I was. I struggled for the last 2-3 years before I was saved, chasing empty passions and empty desires that left me more broken than I was before. And I just went through a bad relationship, and I saw God as he was up here and I was down here, and I didn't see there was a barrier there, and I didn't think that God would come down to me and pull me up from the misery that I was in. And the love that is, I'm speechless, because it's incomprehensible. And as I started to grow in my faith, my life verse, 1 Peter 2:9 and 10, it's, "You are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a people of his possession, to proclaim the good works of him who called you out of the darkness into his marvelous light." And that, like I said, I didn't have an identity. I was, like I said, chasing things that, I was broken, and to think that God met me there, it's, to this day, I don't understand it.